Hello everyone, this is my quarterfinal college football playoff predictions. I did a first round video about this. I chose Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, and Notre Dame to win their games. Now I'm going to be using those predictions and going forward into the quarterfinals for the Sugar Bowl, Peach Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, and Rose Bowl. And then once I do those predictions, hopefully tomorrow, maybe I'll do another one today, I'll do my semifinal and national title predictions. So the first matchup we have is Texas and Arizona State. I picked Texas to defeat Clemson 27-24. I said that game was going to be closer than people think. I don't think Texas is as good as people think they are, because they haven't really beat a whole lot of good teams, and the teams they have played, that being Georgia basically, they have not played well against. I think Texas is too good though to lose to Arizona State. I do like Cam Skadaboo and that whole Arizona State squad. I think they're underrated. They're rated as one of the worst teams to ever made the playoff, and I do not agree with that. I don't think they're as good as some teams in the past, but I think they should be rated higher. I'm going to go with Texas still. I'm going to go 38-31. I think Texas is good enough to win. I think they finally start to score more points compared to the Georgia and the Clemson game. And I think Arizona State still puts up a good fight. Maybe it's not the closest game throughout the middle. Maybe Arizona State kind of comes back a little bit toward the end. But give me Texas. The next game is Penn State versus Boise State. This is in the Fiesta Bowl. I think Penn State is a good team. I talked about that in my previous video. I talked about how if they got the ball first against Oregon and scored fast, the game would have been much different. But Boise State, man, they started out really good. They got 6 touchdowns with Ashton Jeanty against Georgia Southern. They nearly beat Oregon. They've kind of looked a little bit sloppy toward the final weeks. They haven't scored as much. They beat UNLV. It wasn't like a blowout or anything, 21-7, but that's still a good win. I have not picked an upset yet in any of my videos, or I guess in my second video. So any of my videos, I have not picked an upset. I've gone with the favorite and what would be the favorite for the Texas ASU game. Give me Boise State. I think that Ashton Jeanty is going to be a little bit fueled by the Heisman thing, with Travis Hunter winning, not him. Maybe it's not a huge thing to him, but Ashton Jeanty has something to prove. I think a lot of people know that. If I was Penn State, I would not want to be playing Boise State in the quarterfinals. I'd probably rather play any other team. Maybe not, but you get what I'm saying. But Boise State is a good team. If they play like how they played against Oregon, with a few less mistakes, they could easily beat Penn State. Penn State is a good team, but Boise State is a competitor that should not be looked down upon. There's always James Franklin and can he win a big game, that stuff that's going to be brought up with this. But I think Boise State will win, not because James Franklin is a bad coach, not because Penn State isn't a good team. It kind of gives like TCU Michigan vibes from 2022. Obviously TCU ended up getting destroyed the following game, but I'm not sure if that'll happen. But yeah, give me Boise State. Next up, we have Notre Dame facing Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. I picked Notre Dame to beat Indiana. I still think they're going to beat Indiana. I think it will be a fairly close game, though. This game is interesting. Will Carson Beck be back for Georgia? From what I know right now, it's going to be Stockton. Notre Dame, they're good. Obviously, the NIU loss is kind of the elephant in the room, but they're still a good team. They've beat some good opponents. They have some good wins. I think this Indiana game will tell a lot about what Notre Dame is. So as of now, my prediction is Georgia 31, Notre Dame 27. I think it will be a fairly close game. I still think Georgia pulls it out whether they have Beck or not. Although if Notre Dame destroys Indiana and Georgia doesn't have Beck, then I think Notre Dame will probably win this game. I've seen a lot of people pick Notre Dame to make the national title game. I don't really agree with that as of now, but I still think Notre Dame's a good team. I think they get into the quarterfinals. I think this game is pretty close the whole time. I could see this going down the same path as last year's Sugar Bowl, where Washington was up on Texas by a lot, kind of at the end, and Texas came back and got a chance to win and didn't get it. I could see it going that way. I could also see Georgia winning by more. I could see Notre Dame winning also, but I think if Carson Beck's in and he's healthy, then Georgia will be fine. Carson Beck started out the year not doing well with he's had like 3 games with 3 interceptions, but now he's gotten much better. So yeah, give me Georgia. Now for the game I am most excited for, or well, this hypothetical matchup, I'd be most excited for this matchup. Even if it were Tennessee, I'd probably be most excited for this one because I'm going to it, so because I live nearby. So Ohio State and Oregon, it would be a rematch of the regular season. I think it'd be another really good game, probably another classic. Obviously, there was a 1-point difference the first time. I think it's a little bit more spread out than that this time. I think that Will Howard and Ryan Day do not have enough to beat Oregon. I mean, I kind of feel like Tennessee's going to beat them, but I'm kind of just trusting that Ohio State is going to rebound after that loss to Michigan. I don't think they can get it done this time. Give me Oregon 38-35 to advance to the semifinals to play Texas. I think that this game could be the best game of all of the playoff games, potentially. I feel like the national title is never the best game. Sometimes it is. I feel like it is maybe 40% of the time. I can name a couple of years where the national title was the best. Obviously, you have years like 2022 where the semifinals are great and the national title is just awful. But yeah, I think this game will be pretty good if it does turn out to be a matchup in the end. The environment, the fans, the people, everyone, it'll be great. So yeah, give me Oregon. Yeah, thank you for watching. This is my second prediction video. I'll probably make another one about the semifinals and the national championship. So subscribe for that. Thank you. Goodbye.